I'm JM Blakley, and I'm going to try to teach you how to do the JM press. Quick background is that I came to a place in training where I couldn't recover from 2 or 3 tricep exercises. And so what eventually happened was I blended a regular tricep extension with a close grip bench press. I got a lot of good results from it, and most people do. One caveat is, if you start doing this, don't move your weight up too quick, because when I invented this, I was already a pretty good bencher, so I had already built quite a bit of tendon strength. So my first day, I already had pretty good tendons here, and saying pretty good, probably some of the best in the world. So if you start out with this and you haven't done a lot of years of training, you can irritate the elbows. And that's the most common complaint that I hear of people that try it. And I figured out that the reason it didn't happen to me was because I started this late in my career and I already had that built up. But if you start this now and continue, it will build up as you get stronger. The problem is your muscles will get stronger faster than your tendons can keep up. So if you start feeling it get hot, you gotta back off some. You're not gonna want to, because it really builds a tricep strength and you can move more and more and more, and wow, you feel great about it, but then you start getting this feeling. And then if you keep going, you'll stop doing it one way or another. I mean, its purpose was to put a ton of pressure on the elbow. This was to suffice from a press which involves the shoulders, which it still does a little bit, but majority of the work goes right here. And so this can kind of heal from your bench workouts. So the exercise itself is taking a straight bar at about 15 inches or so. Not a narrow grip like you'd see bodybuilding or muscle building, but something similar to a close grip bench, 15, 18 inches. Elbows out at 45 degrees. As the bar comes down, you rock the knuckles back. So as it comes down to between your chin and lower throat area, somewhere in there, the bar starts here, and then you curl your wrists away. So they're always ready to push. And when you finish, they finish back like a normal, when you normally hold it. Don't bend them back too much, or you'll still get that pain in your wrist, so you don't want that. But about 15 inches, curl the wrists down, and then the elbows have to stay up. If the elbows come down, you're going to involve the shoulders too much. So you have to keep the elbows above the body, because if you just bring it down, you're just doing a bench to neck narrow grip. And that's not a JM press. A JM press is keeping those elbows up, and then you just punch out. Boom, boom, boom. 45 degrees from the midline of your body. Cock the wrists, 15 inches or so. Keep the elbows up. Don't let the elbows come down. Elbows up, punch. That's it. All right, so hop aboard.
Do I need to get arched or just like
nope,
flat?
Flat. Yeah. You don't need nothing. It's very simple. Give yourself enough room just in case. So scoot down a little bit, take it out. So I tend to go 2 on the smooth, 2 on the knurling, on a normal tooled bar. All right, so as you begin to come down, I want you to flare your elbows at 45 degrees from the midline of your body. Now, they're going to want to come down, but I'm going to keep them up. Okay. Let that come to your neck, cock the wrists. Nope, the other way, you had it right. Yep. Now you see how that stopped? Mm-hmm. If you let your shoulders go, it can keep coming. Yeah. So you keep those shoulders in and keep the elbows up and the arms at 45 degrees. And it's going to be somewhere over your chin or throat. Punch it out. That's it. Fold here. Elbows stay up. No, let it go till it goes. It'll stop on its own. Mm-hmm. See it stop? Yep. It's stop. It's sitting on your forearm and bicep. Punch. Fold. Elbows up. Up this way. Yep. Shoulders in, elbows up, punch. Now, this time as you go down, flex your bicep, 2, and flex this. And see if that gives you more support down there.
Yep.
Feel that support?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Take it down, punch it up. Pause there for a second. Drive it out. That's fine. Now, here's what happens. Here's what goes wrong. The elbows come out too much. So do one, we'll do it wrong.
Okay.
Elbows come out too much, it becomes too much of a press. They have to stay at 45 degrees, right? The other thing that goes wrong is, come on up. The other thing that goes wrong is the shoulders come down. So now bring the bar down all the way to your neck. See it?
Yeah.
The elbows are way down below your body. So I'm going to readjust you by pulling your shoulders up, and your elbows up and your shoulders in, and now everything's ready to go. And that's all there is to it. You can use tons and tons of weight eventually. Yep. Racket. What questions do you have about that?
Oh, I like that. That was a whole lot better than how I was doing it. I was screwing that all pieces.
What were you doing?
Pretty much like the elbow, flaring the elbows out.
Flare the elbows out. Don't want to do that. Now, this time, do one more thing for me. So I want you to tighten this up, and I want you to tighten this up. Yeah, pack that in. Okay. Try that. Because again, support helps. And this is going to be very heavy. Elbows up. Now, this gets tight here, across your front of your chest, but really it's your delt. And this gets tight. And that gives you tissue leverage. Come all the way down. Let it sit. Let it sit. See how it sits there?
Yep.
Now punch it out. That's it. Let it sit. Fold this part of your arm on this part of your arm. And then when I flex that, look, it already moves a little bit. If you let it just relax, go ahead and do that. Let it fold down and let this muscle relax. And your bicep. Keep your elbows up, and just relax the forearm. It sinks a little bit. Well, now tense it up. Tense the forearm up. Gives you that support, doesn't it?
Yep.
So that's like, go ahead and rack it. That'd be like taking half a tennis ball and taping it to the inside of your arm and coming down and having that tennis ball help you. So this muscle and this muscle. So there's a good reason to do biceps for bench press.
Yeah.
You know, anything that makes that arm thicker and bigger will support you. And in this exercise, quite a bit, right?
You're right.
All right, that's it. That's the whole deal. It is that simple. I'm JM Blakley. Thanks for watching. I want to announce some personal training that I'll be doing on the internet. You can message me through Instagram, and also look for more of my content at my YouTube channel, JM 7th Level. The links are below. The only problem with that is, Dave, though, the band accelerates. The band pulls back on the weight. It does, where the chains don't do that. They're real weight. They feel right. They feel specific.